Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Crypto takeover. Bitcoin starting to make its move up, even on that 11K area. So I believe yesterday's video, we were sitting at right about 10.5, and now we have spiked all the way up to 11K. So what are we expecting for Bitcoin here in the near term future? Are we going to continue to move back up, and maybe even retesting some of those areas of that 14K possibly in the near term future going on into August? Well, we're going to dive on into the charts today, see what's happening, take a look at everything. And if that sounds interesting to y'all, stick around and let's get started. Alright, if y'all are brand new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We try to make a video every single day on this channel. If you are curious about some of the indicators that we are using the market cipher indicator by CryptoFace, alongside with the TI sequential by ToneVase, and the market guide buy and sell signal. So right now we're going to take a look at these lower time frames and then hop into some of the higher time frames, see what might be going on, see what we can digest with the charts, and see where Bitcoin might be headed to if we are going to continue up higher from here, or if we might see some retracement and a possible sell-off. So we're getting started here on the 15-minute time frame to start off with. We can currently see that our money flow is kind of wanting to move back down into that reddish area, but it does still look pretty bullish. The red is looking very thin here, maybe indicating that we are possibly wanting to move back with the money coming back into this market once again. I do believe that yesterday's price movement had to do with a lot of the stimulus package that was being passed as well going into August. So it looks like there will be another stimulus check, and getting ready to pump these markets up even more based off of hyperinflation. So, the best thing that we can do for that is to make sure that we have all of our chips in line, ready for the superbolic hyperinflation that will occur, possibly going on into the next couple of years. And so one thing on the smaller chart here is that we can see, we're pushing back up above the VWAP here as of right now. So the bulls are back in control. It did look like we had a little bit of a sell-off when our daily candle closed out yesterday and reset the VWAP here. But now it just seems that we are pushing back up, above the VWAP as of right now. The VWAP sitting right at about 10.9, so 10.9K. And it does look like we've been holding very, very nice support above that number too as well. Our big blue trend line here is our 10.5K area. And I think yesterday's video, we were kind of starting right underneath that 10.5K. We had just broken up above this area right here, which was right at about 10K. And then our next target was to hold support above 10.5K. And it does look like we are holding support above the 10.5K area. So let's zoom on out of the charts here and see what might be going on these higher time frames. So not too much to be reckoned with here on the 30-minute time frame, but we can also see that our money flow on our 30-minute time frame is still, money's still coming into this market. It does look like, we're still getting a steady flow of move in money coming directly into Bitcoin itself, probably into the crypto assets as well. I do believe that the stock market has done pretty well here lately too, and based on all the stimulus package money that will be moving into this market, we can probably anticipate maybe a further move to the upside here. So we were expecting kind of a big sell-off, but it doesn't look like that was ever going to happen, just based on how much money printing is going on right now, and probably some of the super hyperinflation that will occur. As most of y'all know, Bitcoin is the money badger. It will be gobbling up a lot of this money, I think, as it gets put out to the people, and people are going to be looking for ways to invest this money as well too. So we can see here on our 45-minute time frame, money flow is still looking relatively nice. It does look like it is starting to move back down just a tad bit, but I wouldn't get too bearish just yet. It does look like we are creating somewhat of a bullish divergence here on the 45-minute time frame, and then maybe a red dot that might be forming kind of soon. We'll have to see what kind of price movement that is going to give us. But our next key support area to hold is 10.5K. If we can hold above 10.5K, then I feel that we will probably continue up a little bit further, but we're going to have to wait to see what the rest of this day gives us moving forward, and possibly going on into the rest of this week. We can see on our 1 hour time frame, it does look like we are getting ready to have a little bit of a red dot. It's kind of some doji action happening here on the 1 hour, maybe indicating that price could retrace just a tad bit. It does look like we had a kind of a little bit of a sell-off all the way back down to maybe the 10.6K area, but we've, trying to make support above 11K and hold that as of right now. And we're going to see if Bitcoin has the power behind it to at least hold that support area for right now. So let's turn off Cypher SR, or we'll turn on our Aldo EMAs, and I do believe we can turn on the TI sequential. That's fine. So here, looking at the 90-minute time frame, obviously extended bull counts all over the place here. And that's a very bullish sign. We did have our topping out 9 pattern here, imperfect 9, which sent us on another downward angle too as well. But yeah, other than that, I mean, for the most part, the thing now is that as we start to zoom out, you'll notice that a lot of these trend lines are just not, have already been broken through, and there's not much above head of us resistance-wise. And so that's just something to take note of, and that's what I've kind of been referencing to everyone, is that it does look like the sky could be the limit as of right now. We could get these retests down on these trend lines that we recently broke through with a substantial amount of volume to retest them and then also hold them as support. But we'll have to kind of wait to see exactly how this wants to play out. It does look like we are having a little bit of retracement. This retracement here was probably our retest of some of these trend lines. And then if we continue up higher from here, well, that's going to be pretty bullish from here on out. So we had probably about an 8% pump above 10.5K. And that is, in my books, a pretty clear, decisive break above a trend line. Usually you want to see at least a 5% pump above a trend line, and then that possible retest down. I do believe this was our retest to come back down and retest that trend line. And so now we had a nice bounce again, and maybe continuing up from here. That's a firm possibility. It does look like even on these higher time frames, our 2 hour giving us a green dot here, money flow just steadily moving into this market as of right now. And I will imagine that we'll probably get some more consolidation and more pumps out of this too as well. I do not believe that this is quite over just yet. And we need to be on our toes and ready for whatever might be happening. So I do want to let y'all know about the Path to Cryptocurrency course that is available. This is mainly for beginners. Over my 3+ years of experience inside of the crypto space, it's been a journey to say the least. And sometimes there's ups and there's downs, right? So I pretty much consolidate all the information that I've gathered over the last 3+ years of being inside of the crypto space, and I help beginners navigate through the crypto space and making sure that they proceed in the right manner of being able to invest in these markets, but also stay safe, not getting scammed. Make sure you're storing your crypto safe. What exchanges that I use that are of my convenience, how to dollar cost average into these markets. Obviously, none of it's financial advice, but if you are curious and want to get involved and started and investing inside of the cryptocurrency space, I would highly recommend the Path to Cryptocurrency course. You can check out the first link in the description box below. Right now we are running an early bird special, so you'll pay once and then you'll have access to the course for here on out. And that will guarantee you that all the course modules that will be updated, and as the crypto space progresses and then in the near to long-term future, that I will be updating videos inside of the Path to Cryptocurrency course too here as well. You will also get access to a private Discord category on our Discord server, which will allow you to chat with me. It'll allow you to chat with other people as well that also have purchased the course material, and also discuss different things with them too as well. And also don't forget, we have the Patreon page, which is available. Now, the course doesn't include any trading information really. It's more for beginners getting on into the space. But we do have our Patreon page, which is available. Our Patreon page is meant for traders. You will get access to a private category on Discord where everyone else that is trading with us will be inside of that category. You can have some conversations with them, ask them what their positions are. I give all my ins and outs of the market on this private Discord category as well too. And then on the Patreon page, I've updated probably about 20 different private videos inside of the Patreon page as well. everything from chart analysis to other assets that I'm getting into besides crypto, and even some major altcoins that I'm starting to dollar cost average into as of right now, as well, since we are kind of having a little bit of a altcoin sell-off as we speak. But if you're curious about wanting to stay a little bit more up to date with these markets and learn about my ins and outs of the markets as well, and also get the private analysis pretty much every single day, then you can feel free to join the Patreon membership. And then once you join the Patreon membership, message me your Discord username so I can give you access to the private category on our Discord server. So that is our Patreon page. And I think it's the second link in the description box below. So if you're interested in joining that, feel free to. And then also we have our YouTube membership page, which is a place where I will archive all of my private videos that I release to my Patreon members from here on out. So if you do become a member of the YouTube membership, it is a little bit cheaper than the Patreon page. The only thing is that you do not get access to the trading group when you join the YouTube membership. So if you want just the private videos, then feel free to join the YouTube membership page, which is available. And then also, I just sent out a freaking awesome newsletter. I talked about one asset that a lot of people are kind of overlooking, but if you are just a regular investor, then I would highly recommend this asset to anyone that is trying to better themselves and better their future as well. So I just sent out a newsletter yesterday. If you aren't signed up for our newsletters, we send out newsletters maybe like once a month or so. I don't send them out that often, but usually I'll provide some nice valuable content in there. I may throw in one of our private videos that I only give our Patreon members or our YouTube memberships page for you as well. And on top of that, once you sign up for the newsletter, you'll be guaranteed and entered to win our $100 giveaway whenever we reach 3,000 subs. So comment down below 3,000 subs. I want to make sure that you are entered to win it and that you can have a chance at the $100 altcoin giveaway whenever we do that random drawing live. So make sure that you get signed up for the newsletter to qualify for that. Jumping back into our charts here, once again, we're looking at the 2 hour. We do have this green dot here on the 2 hour. We're still in an extended bull count even on our 2 hour as well. And then let's go on into our 4 hour. 4 hour, nice little dip doji down here too as well. An aggressive 13 on the top right now on our 4 hour. So something to take note of here. But we've had a few topping out 9 patterns, aggressive 13s, and still continued up a little bit higher. So we need to be very cautious of that moving forward. But we could probably expect a little bit of consolidation out here. It does look like we are seeing these huge blue momentum waves as of right now. Money flow is still looking relatively healthy, even on our 4 hour time frame. So, from here on out, we could just consolidate a little bit more. Maybe a good time to start, getting back into these markets and, wait for some retest possibly on some of these trend lines right at about 10.5K or maybe even the 10K area to see if we hold support or not as well. Moving on into our 6 hour, let's see what's going on here. 6 hour, we had our topping out 9, but we continued our bull run up a little bit more and even started another bullish count here, extended bullish count on our 6 hour as well. It does look like we are having a red dot, a little bit of a bearish divergence here, but nothing much. We continue to still pump up from here, and it looks like money is still moving into the market. Even on the 6 hour, we can still see a nice spread on our EMAs as well. Everything's still looking relatively bullish for us right now, and we're kind of just following the momentum. Obviously, we could have some minor pullbacks and maybe a little bit more consolidation out to the side, right around this 11, in between 11K and 10.5K from here on out. So let's go on into our 8 hour. And then one thing I do want to note is that we can see here that we're looking at some key trend line areas on our 8 hour too as well. Looks like we've retested this purple trend line now as resistance moving forward, but you probably want to see a clean break above 11.3K to maybe continue a little bit further run up to the top side. But it does kind of look like we are seeing a lot of momentum here to maybe continue us up a little bit further, with the money flow backing it up and money just really wanting to move back into this market based on, economic standpoint, but then also based on a lot of the money that is being given to people right now, and them maybe finding a way to invest here in the near term future. So there's been a lot of talk about the DeFi and some of those projects as well too, that people are probably starting to get into, people not wanting to trust their banks as much anymore. So there's a lot going on right now, but things are looking relatively good for Bitcoin from here on out. It does look like we are starting to just see how much of potential gains that Bitcoin can offer from here on out too as well. I'll turn on our buy and sell signals with our custom EMAs, our custom indicators, which is the custom whales buy and sell signal. And I tell you how to set all this up inside of the Patreon page. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more how I set up my charts based on the free indicators, then you can check out some of those private videos inside of the Patreon page as well. Looking at the 21-hour here too as well, you can see money flow is still nicely inclining here. We did have this consolidation pattern out to the side, and money was kind of unsure of where it wanted to go. But then when, obviously there's an announcement that we're getting free money, then the markets start to pump up a little bit more, and people start to invest because they know that they could be covered for the month of August moving forward. So our daily topping out 9 here. So very interesting to see that. It doesn't look like we've quite gotten our red dot just yet. But this could be a heads up with our perfect 9 that we could be getting a red dot here on the daily, and what we're looking for is probably nice support and a decent close above 10.5K. So a few areas that I was looking out yesterday for was a close above 10K, which we got the close above 10K, and then now we're looking for a clean close above 10.5K on our daily time frame. If we get a close above 10.5K and our next candle body has a clear close above it, then we probably could continue up a little bit higher or see a little bit of consolidation out to the side, and then maybe a move back to the upside. So let's go on into our 2-day time frame. 2-day time frame as well, we had that buy signal here on our 2-day with a nice clean break. We're looking still getting our body rejected right at about 10.5K. So if our next couple of days are relatively bullish, if we stay back up above 10.5K and start to see some of even our higher time frame daily charts close above 10.5K, that's going to be pretty bullish for Bitcoin. I believe so. And it's going to take a little while. It'll probably take by the end of this week. I'm still anticipating a close above 10.5K by the end of this week, and if we do get that close above 10.5K, then we could probably be well on our way to seeing 13, 14K in the near term future, probably going on into August as well. So let's go to our 3-day time frame. Our 3-day time frame, as you can see, body is getting rejected right at about 10.5K. So we're gonna have to wait to see how the day wants to close. This is on the 29th, so we'll have to wait at least 2 more days to see whether or not our 3-day can close above 10.5K. But it does look like we are piercing the veil there and wanting to try to make a nice big move above it. We're going to need a substantial amount of volume. So if momentum wants to continue up to the top side here, as you can see, we are getting a nice little push of momentum on our 3-day chart as well. If we look at our 2-day, still momentum is having a nice push to the upside based on our blue wave here. So that's a pretty deep cut to the upside there to maybe continue us up a little bit further. So let's go on into our 4-day. Oh, actually, let's go back here. Talk about the Discord server. The Discord server is available to the public. If y'all do want to join the Discord server, check the links in the description box below. You have access to the whole community there. Ask them questions. If you have any other questions or need your answers, or need answers to any of your questions, maybe some people in there know a little bit more about different things. So feel free to check that out. It is available to the public. Whenever you click on the link to get there, you'll be brought to a welcome page on Discord. Just read through the community rules and guidelines on that welcome page, and then click the little green checkbox and you'll have access to the Discord server. And then also don't forget, we have our crypto takeover announcements page, which is available. It's free to join as well too. Basically, you'll just get announcements of whenever I release videos, if I'm running any specials, and then also some chart updates every once in a while on the Telegram channel. So check that out and become a subscriber to that too. And then also we use the premium plan by TradingView. If you're using Market Cipher, I would at least recommend you use the Pro or the Pro Plus plan. I actually tell my members how to get these prices for 50 to 60% off. So there's a private video inside Patreon. If y'all have any questions about those private videos that I mentioned and can't find them, feel free to message me and I'll help you out as best as possible. But then also I talk about how with those indicators that you can add on top of Market Cipher if you upgrade your plan, I use the Aldo EMAs, which is a custom EMA. I tell you how to set up with the custom PineScript code that I give you directly inside of the Patreon page as well too. And then the Whales buy and sell indicator is also using custom parameters that we set up manually, and there's also a private video on that inside of the Patreon page as well. So other key notes here is that our 3-day is getting a nice little buy signal here, so we're gonna have to wait for that to confirm, but that's relatively bullish for the most part. You can see last time we've gotten buy signals on our 3-day, I mean, it's led to a nice little rally, so we could probably anticipate something like that could be happening here in the near-term future. Let's go on into our 4-day. 4-day giving us a buy signal there too as well. Wow, what do you know? So, so definitely some very bullish signs. Like I've been saying, I want to see a clean close above 10.5K probably by the end of this week, or going on into the rest of, at least by Wednesday, I'd want to see a close above 10.5K. That would give us some bullish signs on our 3-day chart as well too. It does look like we have a nice little green trend line up here that we are piercing through as well, which is right at about 10.8K. And this was a key time or a key price that I had also told my members about as well too, where we're waiting to see a nice candle body close above that from here on out. So going on into our 5-day chart, see what's happening here. No sign of a buy signal on our 5-day chart just yet, but if we start to rally up a little bit higher, I would say if we get a close above 10.5K, we could probably see a buy signal pop off for us too. We're having a nice clean push to the upside here with our blue momentum wave as well. 4-day chart's looking pretty nice as the blue momentum wave continues further to the upside as of right now. So let's go on into our 6-day chart, see what might be going on here. But other than that, those are our key areas that we're kind of looking at as of right now. And then I'm keeping an eye on the weekly to see whether or not we can close above 10.5K. But as you can see, we're kind of getting rejected here with our body closing above 10.5K on the 6-day chart. You can also see here that we're getting aggressive 13 to the downside. So there is some downwards pressure that we need to remain very, very cautious of as of right now. But the fact that they have announced the checks, the stimulus checks, and more money printing actually happening, Bitcoin is going to be there to gobble it all up, guaranteed. So let's look at our weekly chart. Our weekly chart is still holding above, right at about 10.5K with our candle body wanting to close above 10.5K, and then we're going to have to wait for that close above 10.8K. So these are my key price target areas that we're looking at right now, and if we close above those areas, then I do believe that the sky is the limit for Bitcoin, and that we probably could see some new all-time highs there. But we're going to remain relatively cautious because there is some still downwards pressure as of right now, and if there is more money that is willing to be printed, then you can guarantee that Bitcoin will probably gobble it up and start to skyrocket a little bit. A nice clip up to the top side here on the 13 EMA and the 50 EMA as well too. We're starting an extended bull count, as you can see here as well. So some key things to take note of here from here on out, but I do want to leave y'all with that video there too. And then also check some other links down in the description box below. If you're interested in earning some passive income inside of the crypto space, check out the Brave browser, which allows you to click on ads in the bottom right hand corner of your screen and you get paid out in BAT token. And then also if you want to start mining Bitcoin, you can use the CryptoTab browser. I use it on 2 different laptops, and you can mine Bitcoin straight from your web browser. So check out CryptoTab browser, links in the description box below if you want to earn some passive income inside of this space. And then with that being said, I think we'll go ahead and sign off here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're on our way to 3,000 subs. If you haven't signed up for the newsletter, go ahead and sign up for it to guarantee you're qualified to maybe win that $100 giveaway when the time is right. And so with that being said, I'll see you on the next one. CTO signing out. Peace.